Welcome to Listertainment, the channel that lies to you from the very first sentence. On today's video, we'll be looking at 15 knockouts and submissions that are incredibly unique and ingenious. They rarely happen in actual professional fights, so when it does happen, they appear everywhere. I also think that fighters probably try to replicate some of these weird techniques and maneuvers in order to become famous themselves. I mean, it's worth trying. If you miss, you'll still become famous for failing. If you happen to enjoy this video, please give it a like and subscribe down below, and make sure to turn on those bell notifications. Let's get started. Let's start out with this amazing move by Raymond Daniels during his fight at Bellator Birmingham when he was facing off against Wilker Barrios.
Nice spinning body kick.
This was only Raymond's second MMA fight since he was fighting in kickboxing for over 12 years. What must have Barrios been thinking during all these spinning moves? Oh crap, is he gonna do this crazy spinning kick on me? Is it this one? Is it this one? Let me just move back so I'm not on every news show around the world. Then he just got clocked by a massive right hand that put Barrios to sleep. You have most likely seen this one recently by Joaquin Buckley, and this is what made me want to do this video. It's the amazing kick that he landed on Impa Kasanganay.
They're so even on total strikes at the moment.
Kasanganay blocked and then caught that left kick beautifully, so he just thought that there was no way that he could get hurt now. So he just completely dropped his guard. Little did he know that Buckley is a goddamn ninja and delivered a beautiful backspin kick that knocked him out. It looked like a movie scene where Kasanganay is just left standing there thinking, what the hell just happened? Then he just falls back. Come on, you can't write it better than this. Here we have this fight between winner Dustin Kempf and the guy getting embarrassed, Lyle Sansusui.
Lyle doesn't want to step out.
Okay, so the fight didn't technically end with this amazing roundhouse kick from the ground, but it's such an amazing move and unique move that it has to be included. Plus, this was the start of the end for poor Lyle since he got choked out soon after. Just look at how he ends that move. Just like he's breakdancing, he must have done it at some point. Davey Gallen delivered one of the most amazing head kick knockouts of all time against Ross Pearson.
Pearson with a body. Oh shit! Oh my god! Goodness!
To be honest, it does look like a bad front flip by a kid, but overall it has to be done this way in order to be able to land that kick. Pearson read it somewhat right since he jumped back as soon as possible, but he left his head hanging out there right in front since he thought Gallen was going for a takedown and just got caught by the really hard kick. Khabib Nurmagomedov is probably going down as the GOAT, and for good reason.
Demolished everybody. He never was in danger of losing a fight in his entire career.
He is just incredible, especially on the ground. But he does have some knockouts in his career that have come from a very weird punch that I haven't seen that often.
Complement to his savage grappling style. From the lead hand, he feints the takedown low, but instead comes up at the top of his knuckles.
He must be doing this exercise all day to be able to have that power with this punch to knock somebody out. It's kind of like a hook, jab, uppercut all mixed into one single punch. And since it's rarely seen, his opponents don't really know what's coming and how to protect themselves. Either way, he's done it quite a few times. Here we have Raymond Daniels one more time, this time doing a two-touch 360 spinning back kick against Francois Ambang.
Oscar Martinez lets this fight go on. Can Francois Ambang? Oh, what a shot!
Just a few seconds before this, Daniels had knocked Ambang down after a brutal exchange.
Fighters exchanging, down goes Ambang!
So after he got up, he was still a little out of it and just took this brutal kick. It's just such a great kick because he throws the first kick low and it does exactly what it was meant to do, which was to make Ambang drop his left hand. So when the second kick comes to his head, it's wide open for that spinning shot. Anderson Silva's entire career has been basically a highlight reel. He does some of the most amazing things that you didn't think were possible in a professional fight, and he continued this when he knocked out Tony Freiland.
Silva asserting his world dominance here as champion.
And it's over.
That, I believe, is called a reverse upward elbow. It is a perfect but dangerous move because you are leaving yourself completely open with no defense. But at the same time, this drops your opponent's guard and he is not expecting you to throw any significant shots since you really can't do it from this position. Well, except for this crazy angled elbow. Who else would try it but Silva and maybe Tony Ferguson? I don't know who these guys are, but this move is absolutely amazing. Yeah, you just saw this guy kick lift this guy right off of him, right into an armbar. Not only that, the other guy tapped out almost immediately, which makes it even more impressive since the armbar landed so perfectly. Here we have Luis Raul Alvarez knocking out somebody using an over-the-shoulder throw, and that somebody was Martin Georges. It's not really a standard over-the-shoulder throw since Alvarez just dropped down and pulled Georges right onto his face. Georges didn't even have a chance to rotate at all, he just slammed right down. The ref kind of moved in a little slow there to stop the fight, letting Alvarez land some hammer fists. This is a pretty long ass submission attempt by Richard Hell, and it's a move that you don't see that often against Nick Fekete.
Memorable in Bellator history. Fekete now turning triangle and he's going for it. Could we see another one? He put his hips in. He's out. That is it.
He's just hanging in there like a baby monkey. Maybe Fekete should have just thrown himself back onto his back and hoped to knock out Hell by landing on his head. But he didn't, and Hell just kept working until he was finally able to lock in the reverse triangle choke and finish the job. Frank Mir has ended almost half his fights by submission, and one of his most unique ones was against Pete Williams in 2002 when he finished him with an inside shoulder lock.
To do some amazing things for a big man his size.
Look at that, look at that.
Looking for it quickly. He's got it spun. Can he finish? Here's the tap.
Here he is showing the world how he managed to do this crazy lock on Pete. Do you guys know of any other fighters that have managed to do this? Because I haven't really seen it. It's really unique, but it starts from a position that you see a lot, so you think it would happen a lot, but no. Maybe since it happened this one time, everybody is now aware that it could happen, so they protect themselves a lot more. Now we have Peter Graham, who looks extremely tired in the third round of his fight in 2006 against Badr Hari. This is what you call the rolling thunder kick. Also, just look at how Graham throws that fake punch way out to the left, causing Hari to start turning his body and leaving himself totally unprotected to receive this kick right to the face. Graham also barely missed another crazy move earlier in this fight. Have you seen these videos?
Oh my gosh, I'm going to stand behind you and just stick. Go, yes, now. Oh, wow.
Well, that kind of happened in an MMA fight between fighters that I could not identify. You can just see the desperation on the winner's face, just thinking, damn, how hard do I have to squeeze this guy for him to tap out? And then he never tapped out, but his eyes started to get really wide. So the ref had to step in and just stop the fight, since there was no escape from this guy's thighs. Did you ever see the Walls of Jericho and wonder if it really hurt? And then you tried it on your brother and he started crying and you got in trouble for it, but you thought that he was lying this whole time, and then you actually saw it happen in MMA, and then you apologized to your brother a decade later? Well, that didn't happen to me either. The worst part of this video is this stupid face and thumbs up given by Joan O'Mears as he puts his opponent Aaron Jones into this extremely weird but embarrassing move because it's famous as a pretend wrestling move. This is Rukiya Anpo, and he landed a jumping switch kick during his kickboxing fight against Hiroshi Mizumachi, and it was pretty awesome. Just look at the air he got. The kick also had to be perfect because Hiroshi also threw a kick that almost blocked the second kick from Anpo, but it barely got around it. It was also delivered with so much power. Many fighters would probably try to stop the move after the guy did something unexpected, but Anpo was set on it and got the knockout. Sometimes fighters just have to pull out some moves that they have practiced only once in order to break a deadlock fight. Or sometimes they see the opening to try some weird ass shit and they just go for it, and they were able to pull out some crazy moves that makes them pretty popular for a little while. Thanks for watching this video. See you next time.